Hello, my name is Kemboy Lafstron, and today I'm going to create a simple web page in PHP to demonstrate like and dislike, also follow and unfollow, because both follow and both follow and like, they use the same concept in PHP. So I'm going to use MySQL as the database as always, and my text editor will be Visual Studio. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a simple login system whereby two users are going to log in, then create a post system where the logged user, the user who is logged in, can post something, then another person can come and like, they can like. Yeah, that is it. So to get started, I'm going to navigate to my XAMPP directory. The directory where I installed XAMPP initially in disk C. Then I'm going to create a new folder. Okay, wait, first of all, let me delete that. Go to htdocs, create a new folder. Yeah, create a new folder. Let me call it like. Then after that, I'm gonna have to open this from my Visual Studio. cmd cd to that folder, then open it in Visual Studio Code. You can use any other text editor, of course. Okay, so what we're going to do is to create some files. Index.php, that's the first page where our login stuff will be located. Then create home.php. After successful login, we are going to be taken to home.php here. Then maybe db.php. This one will be a file that is going to connect us to our database. So maybe, okay, let me first of all start XAMPP. Yeah, click here to see the database on admin. Wait a little. Okay, maybe as we wait, we can create this. It will be PHP. Then maybe $con connection to the equals to MySQL underscore connect. Yep. So it has two localhost root the user, then password, in which for this case mine is nothing. I have no password set. Then the database will be like. I'm going to create that. Okay, let's create now the database itself. Create a new database. Database name will be like. Create table maybe post first, to hold our posts. This one will have for like maybe three columns. First one will be an ID. This one will auto increment. Then there's the post. Okay, maybe let's start with the title. Then the post, change it to varchar of 255, varchar of 255 also, and then we are good to go. Yep, there it is. create also a new another new table, ID, username, and maybe post ID. Yeah, that is it. So we're going to, okay, I'm going to explain the like. This table name will be called like. Yeah, so when the user likes something, the ID of the post will be inserted into post ID column here. Then the username of that user will be inserted to this username column, and then maybe later on we are going to select and see the total number of likes, like that. This one will be for a color of 255. Okay. Auto increment because it's a primary key. Then maybe you could save. Okay. That is it. So let's get back to our code. Let's create now the simple login system. This is just a shortcut for me. Like and dislike. Demonstration. Then here, let's create maybe the form now. Let's put it under, wrap it under div. Paste it down. Then this one will be now the form. Form action will be index.php, this file now. I mean the action will be this file. Then method will be post. Just to be clear, the action is the location where we'll place our code, so that when the form is submitted, it will act now on the code that's located on this file. Okay, create inputs, type text, input type text, name will be username, placeholder will be enter name. Yeah, that is it. Enter username. Then maybe we could break something like that. Another input, I'm just going to copy paste this one, Control C, then Control V here to paste. Name will be, actually there's no even need of using this, there's no need. Let's just create a button name equals to login. Yeah, login, that is it. So to try and see this in our browser, we're going to open a new directory open a new tab, localhost, this one will be like, yeah, you can see right here. So let me do a little bit of styling so that we can now start. Style the div equals to style equals to margin top of maybe 10%. Okay, let me just put it like this, margin 10%, so to see it. Yep, let me try to center it. Margin left to be 40%, something like that. This one, let it be top. Yeah, it's now in the center. So now let's get our login, whereby we will now need to get our username, assign it to a session, then if that username is correct the way we've defined it, then the user will be taken to now home page here. So let's do that real quickly. PHP, we're going to need sessions, session underscore start, initializing it. If you don't know our sessions, maybe you can look for my video on sessions. Session underscore start, then we're going to, yeah, then we're going to say if now a user clicks on the button, we need to check if is he or she has entered the username or not, or maybe we could just put it here, required, so that the user will be forced to now input something on it. Let's try this. Refresh. Let me try to submit without typing something. Login. You can see please fill out this field. Yeah, that's the use of this required right here. So to do that, we're going to say if the user clicks on the button, if we're going to use isat function, isat a method in PHP. Then if we search, then what now? $_ underscore post the button name. That was name was login. When the user clicks, this is what we need to do. So we're going to get the name, initialize a variable, $ name, maybe username equals to $ underscore posts username, the name of the input. Now just to be sure, yeah, that is it, input name. Then we're going to say now if input name is equals to, maybe we're going to initialize 2 users. If $username equals to, it needs to check, create 2 users, maybe Dennis. If username equals to Dennis, or $username equals to Brian, let me use a she name, Karen. Then we're going to display user login success. Then if the username is not Dennis and either not if it's not Dennis nor Karen, then we're going to display an error alert. Else display an alert echo to tell the user that it's not allowed, it's not a valid user. Script alert no need location. Okay, wait, alert invalid credentials, or maybe let's just say username. Then we're going to do the same thing, replace the user location dot replace. Still, we're going to let the user remain in the index page, index.php. Yeah, that is it. So it will display invalid username, then let the user remain in the same page, the index page. Yeah, so if the user is Karen and then that means the username is correct, then we're going to display login success and then take the user to home page. Let me copy this, paste right there. We're going now to display login success, then take the user to the home page, home.php. Okay, so let's try this. Username, let's use Karen. Login success, then we're taken to home page right here. So let me try to use something that's irrelevant, invalid username, then you still remain in the index page. Yeah, so that is it. Our login, simple login is complete. So let's now create the home.php. We're going to create a simple post system, which is our second part of the video. So HTML5 home. Okay, so we're going to create another form that is supposed to now get the post, the title and the post body. Then we're going to insert it in our database, which is MySQL here, post table. Then later on we're going to retrieve it and display it in the body. So let's do that. Maybe h1 post something. Okay, let's wrap it inside a div. Control X, Control V, then create the form. Action will be home.php, method will be post, then create some inputs. So the first one will be input type will be text, placeholder will be enter the post title. Yeah, then name will be title. Then maybe we could break, yeah. Then copy the same thing, paste it down here. Instead of enter the post title, we're going now to say enter the post's body. Yeah, then this one will be body as the name. Then we're going to create a button, name will be submit, something like that. Post. Yeah, that is it. Maybe we could to see this, try and log in. Yeah, so let's do a little bit of styling. What I'm using is InStyle in CSS. Margin top of 10%. Yeah, 10%. Margin left of 40%. Or maybe 30. Then let me try to restart it. Okay, change this to 5 or maybe 2, maybe 4. Let's try that. Yeah, you can see. Style the inputs. Style will be height of 30 pixels. Yeah, let me try to see that. Yeah, much better. Width or maybe 50 pixels or maybe 100 pixels. Okay, that is not it at all. Let me change this to maybe 10%. %. Yeah, that's better. So let's copy this, style the same input down here, the same styles. Yeah, I think that's better. So we need now to post something to be able to create a title and the body. Then we could post, then we expect it we expect our post, the title and the body, to be inserted in the database right here. Then later on we're going to come and select and display it down here. So maybe we could use the required, required, so that the user must fill something. So okay, so later on we're expected to see the posts. These are my posts. down here, we'll be able to see the posts below here. But for now, let's create this okay, maybe let me give some styles to this div so that when we're done with CSS we can continue. Okay, this one will be %, something like that. Yeah, we're good to go. So let's now write the code, PHP code, to post to the database. Okay, so we're going to say if insert $_post. When the user clicks on this submit button, this is what will happen. We're going to get the inputs, the title and the body. Create our 2 new variables. It will be $_ post title. That's the name of the title input. Then $body will be $_ post body. Then from we have no, after getting now the inputs, then we need to insert now to the database. First of all, we need to include _once db.php. So this is the connection, the file that includes the connection to the database right here that we initially created. Okay, then we will say, we're going to say $SQL equals to, the SQL query will be insert into our table name. That was like, I think so, into insert into title body, I think so, or post ID. Let me check it out, confirm. This username, wait, okay, on post here, title, then post. Okay, post values, these values now, the variables, title, then the body, okay. Then after doing that, I'm going to initialize $result equals to MySQL _query. So it will be, the query will be $:con, that's the variable that is located in the db.php, then $SQL. Then if there is some result now, it means the post is saved, so we're going to alert the user that the post is success. if $result, we're going to echo out a script. An alert. We're going to alert the user that posting success, yeah, something like that. Then after doing that, if it's not successful, then maybe we could display to the user that it's unsuccessful posting. Maybe we could just say failed. Then okay, after being successful, we're going to replace to take the user to the same page. So copy this, paste right here. Then instead of an alert, now we're going to use location dot replace to index page, to home page, home.php. yeah, that is it. Then the same thing right down here. If it fails, the same thing. So let's try and test this if it's working. First of all, let me try to click without doing anything. You can see fill this field, and when I try to leave this out, you can see fill out this field. So we are fine. So the title will be my first post. Then this one will be maybe this is the body, Control C, yeah, something like that. When I try to post, we expect it to insert into our database. Okay, there's an error, unquote error called db.php. okay, I know where that error is. MySQL, this one is supposed to be MySQL. Okay, try to refresh again. Why is it saying failed? We can see in our post nothing. Okay, check it out. Insert into like title post, okay, here's the error. This one is supposed to be con. Okay, let me try to do the post. There has to be something. Insert into like title post values, title and body. Pretty sure. Okay, you were supposed to insert into posts, not like, yeah. Okay, fine. Let's do repeat first post. Yeah. That is it. Try to posting success. Yeah. So when we check now in the database on the post table, we can see there is one row inserted. My first post, then my first post success. Okay. So after doing that, we need now to select. Okay, maybe let's create second post. this is the second post, so that we have two queries in the database, I mean two rows. Okay, so the next thing is the third part. We need to select our values from the table, from the post table, and display it down here below. These are my posts, so we need to select. So what I'm going to do is create a div with a script, PHP script, to select. So we need to include db.php, db.php, then create SQL. The SQL query will now be select all from posts. Select all from posts, so that now it will now display our posts from the data, from the table, post table. Okay, then we're going now to try and display $query will be MySQLi underscore query of $colon, then $SQL, then MySQLi num rows equals to MySQLi underscore num rows of $query. Then we are going now to say if there is any row exists, if there is a row that exists, that means if there are posts that are located in the database, that are stored in the database, then we're going now to display them out. Going to say if $num rows we're going to echo okay, let's initialize. We need to get the ID first, while $row equals to MySQL underscore fetch assoc. Of $query. Do this, so it will be now we're going to, this one will be useful when we are now creating our like button. So we're going to say $ID post ID will be $row ID. Yeah, that is it. Then first of all, we need to initialize a session here on top. Session at the top, session underscore start. Yeah, so that we're going now to get the username from the session. underscore session username assign this to a variable $username equals to $underscore session username. Yeah, that is it. But we've not set this after successful login. We've not set this into the session variable, so we're going to copy that, come to index page. After successful login, we're going to set the user session variable. So we're going to say $underscore user session $underscore session username will be this one right here. Yeah, that is it. So let's come back. So we're supposed to display now. To display our posts, we need to echo out maybe heading 2 something. That will be, then this one will be $. Let's now get the title. $title will be the row title, the title row in the database. Instead of ID, we use title. Then I'll copy the same thing, paste it right here. Body, getting the post. Yeah, that is it. So this one, we now need to get to echo this, the title first as h1, h2, then a paragraph for the body. Paste it right there. Then let's try to refresh and see if we can see something. Yeah, undefined index username. Yeah, so to get the username, we need to first of all try and log in again. Yeah, you can see now we're getting the username. So yeah, the post is now displayed, the post from our database, the first post, then the second post. So the next big thing now, the next thing, the goal of this video actually is to create a like button so that when we can like and dislike. So to do that, we're going to echo out a paragraph. Maybe let me use a div instead. Div action. Okay, then we need to create a form. Action will be home page, this page, home.php. Method will still be post method. Then yeah, create now the button, the like button. Name will be like. That is it. Yeah, you can now see there is like, and there are 2 likes, like like after each post. So first of all, we need to check if the user has initially liked the video or not. If the user has initially liked the post or not. If the user has liked, we're going to display an like button. Then if the user has liked, we're going to display like. Has not liked, we're going to display like. So we're going to say we're going to select from the we're going to say $SQL will be select from like table, select all from like, where ID equals to that post ID, $ID equals to where post ID, let me confirm it from the database, where post ID equals to ID. Okay, where post ID equals to $ID and the username, equals to the same username, and username equals to this username right here. So that means we're checking if the user has already liked or not, because after liking, we're going to submit a form with the ID of the post and the username. So then this one now will be, let me try to copy this so that it will be fast. SQL, then numerous, yeah. So it will now check, to now confirm from the database whether the user has liked or not. And if the user has liked, it means now we're going to display a form with the unlike, with the dislike. Yeah, then else we're going to display the one with like. Yeah, that is it. So like, then this one will be dislike. So we're supposed to submit this one, an input which is hidden type hidden, then value, its value will be PHP $ID. This one, yeah. So we're submitting the ID. Then yeah, that is it. So name will be Eden. We're going to call it Eden. Yeah, that is it. Like was to here. I've made a problem. Okay. Input type equals to hidden. Name will be hidden again. Value will be concatenate that one ID. That is it. So we're going to copy this, Control C, then paste right here. Yeah, then okay, let's now create the script for like and dislike. Down here I'm going to create a PHP script. So we're going to say if someone tries to like, we're going to apply this code. I mean, this code will work. If someone going to dislike, another code will work. Okay. If is set $_post when someone likes, this is what will happen. We're going to get the inputs $hidden, hidden will be $_post the value hidden. Now that's the ID, or maybe you could just call this post ID, yeah, something like that, for it to make sense. Copy this, then here now we're getting the yeah, that is it. It's just the ID. Okay, then let's get the username, $username, the user's username. It will be from the session. We're getting it from the session. $_session username. Yeah, this one is getting from the session. Then after that, so we need to now insert to likes table that there is a user who's liked the post. $SQL equals to insert into like. think so. Let me confirm. Yeah, like. Insert into like. So the attributes, I mean the table, there is username and post ID. Username, then there's post ID. I'm going to insert values. These values, $ post ID as the first value, then $ username as the second value. Yeah, then I'm going to say $query result query equals to MySQL underscore query. It means perform this query. First of all, we need to include connection to the database, db.php. That is it. Then here we're going to use the variable con, then SQL as the second parameter. So it will now connect to the database, then perform this query. Then we'll now say $result equals to okay. Then we'll say now if the insertion is successful, if now the query success, if query, we're going to no need of doing that. Actually, there's no need of doing that. So same to dislike. Going to Control V this. Instead, we're going to say dislike. If dislike, it's supposed to select from instead of inserting, now we're going to delete from like. That means that we're erasing. Insert into like. When someone likes, it's supposed to insert. Okay, instead we're going to delete from the like table. Delete from like. We're going to delete from the like table. Where username equals to $username and post ID equals to $post ID. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, I think that's good. Maybe you can test now. Try to test. There is an error. MySQL underscore numerals expects on line 73 home 73. Okay, let me try to correct that. Let me try to check the error. Select all from like where post ID equals to. Okay, let me try to put this. Refresh. Actually, I've discovered where the problem was. You see, right here, initially it was SQL, so we need to change it to SQL2. I mean, a different variable name, because it overrides the initial one, the initial SQL here. So we need to use different variable names. Then also numRows 2. Yeah, like it should not be the same as this numRows. Then another problem also was in the database likes. Initially we had created a table by the name of like, but then I realized like is keyword in PHP, so you cannot use like. Instead, that's why I changed the database name to be likes. So so we need to change here to likes, single L. Then yeah, that is it. If I try to refresh, you can see now it's okay. So we need to change this query here to be likes instead of like, same as this one. Yeah, that is it. Then I think now we can try to like and see. Okay, let me check. So to display the number of likes, we're going to echo out a new paragraph here. $sign numRows, the total number of likes in the table. same as this. Copy this, come paste right here on top. On refresh, we can see there are two likes, just as in the table. Yes. So let me try to erase all. And that is it. Okay, I get it. It has to select from likes. There's a problem here. Okay, it has to be numbers 2. Yeah, this one. Then try to refresh. 0 likes in the first place. When I try to like, it's supposed to change to okay, let me try to change this to $row. and check it out. So to test it now, let's try to go to our browser, try to refresh. I want to like my my first post here. When I click like, I expect the number of likes to change. You can see 1 like right here, and when I click this, you can see again 1 like, and then dislike button gets displayed. So when I try to dislike, you can see it changes to 0. So maybe for better viewing, we could change the color of the button to maybe red when it comes to disliking. Okay, I mean red. Style here, color to be red so that we can see clearly. yeah, you can see there's like and then there's dislike. Yeah, each and every post. So when I post another post, third post, this is the third one, click post, get posting success, then we get the like button. So when we like, we're supposed to see that there is one user. You can see. So let me try to log in as another user. Go to /index. I'm going to try and log in as Dennis. Then Dennis can like, at the same time he can dislike. So that's how it works. Thank you for watching.